Have you ever studied English for years, learned hundreds of grammar rules, and still felt confused when Americans started talking naturally?
Maybe you understand every word they say, but somehow the conversation still feels difficult. People speak quickly, shorten words, use expressions you never saw in a textbook, and sometimes say things that seem completely different from what you learned in class.
If that sounds familiar, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with your English. You probably just need more exposure to the English people actually use in everyday conversations.
All right, Anna, let's show everyone what real everyday English can sound like.
Let's do it.
Anna, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
See, that's already one expression a lot of English learners know, but they don't always use naturally. What's up basically means what's happening or how are you, depending on the situation.
Right, and it's much more casual than saying, "How are you doing today?" You might simply walk into work and say, "Hey, Leo, what's up?"
And I might say, not much, how about you?
Exactly. It's simple, but it makes the conversation sound more relaxed.
So what's up with you today?
Honestly, I'm trying to decide what to do this weekend.
Oh, nice. Do you have anything planned?
Not really. I was thinking about going somewhere, but I haven't made up my mind yet.
I might go hiking on Saturday.
Really? Where?
There's a trail about an hour from here. A friend recommended it to me.
Oh, that sounds nice. I could be up for that.
You could be up for that.
Yes, I could be up for that means I'm interested in doing it. It's a casual way of saying, that sounds like something I might want to do.
That's a really useful one.
It is. Instead of saying, I am interested in participating in this activity, which sounds extremely formal, you can simply say, I could be up for that.
Okay, I could be up for pizza after the hike.
Now you're thinking ahead.
I always think about food.
I know, that doesn't surprise me.
Actually, there's something else I wanted to ask you. Did you finish that project from last week?
Oh, that project. I'm almost done.
Almost?
Yeah, I just need to make a few changes.
Gotcha.
Gotcha is another expression you'll hear constantly. It's a casual form of got you, and depending on the context, it can mean I understand.
So if you explain something to me and I understand, I can say, gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
See? Perfect.
There's another one I hear all the time. No worries.
Yes, that's one of my favorites because it's incredibly useful.
For example, if I accidentally arrive 5 minutes late and say, sorry I'm late, you could say, no worries.
Right. It means something like, it's okay, or don't worry about it.
So it can be used when someone apologizes.
Absolutely. But you can also use it when someone thanks you.
Really?
Sure. Imagine you hold the door open for someone.
They say thanks.
You can say, no worries.
I see. So it's more flexible than I thought.
Exactly. And it sounds friendly and relaxed.
What about no problem? Is that basically the same?
Very similar. No problem is extremely common too, but people use lots of different expressions in everyday English, so you don't have to repeat the same one every time.
That makes sense.
And that makes sense is another phrase learners should use more often.
Why?
Because it's a natural way to show that you understand someone's explanation or reasoning.
So instead of always saying, I understand, I could say, that makes sense.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Now you're getting the hang of it.
Wait, getting the hang of it, that's another one.
Good catch.
What does it mean exactly?
It means you're starting to understand how to do something. For example, if you've never used a new computer program before, you might struggle at first. After practicing for a while, you can say, I'm getting the hang of it.
So it means I'm beginning to understand or become comfortable with something.
Right.
I'm definitely getting the hang of these expressions.
Here's another situation. Imagine you're talking to someone and they suddenly tell you some surprising news.
Okay.
For example, I say, Leo, I just found out that I'm moving to California next month.
No way.
Exactly.
That's a very natural reaction.
Yes, no way can express surprise. It doesn't necessarily mean that you literally believe something is impossible.
So if you say, I met Taylor Swift yesterday, I could say, no way.
Exactly, you're expressing surprise.
What if I'm not sure I believe you?
Then your tone can make the difference. You could say, no way with excitement, or no way with disbelief.
That's interesting. The same words can have different meanings depending on the tone.
That happens constantly in spoken English.
So if someone says, I just got a promotion, I could say, no way, congratulations.
Perfect.
And if they say, I ate an entire pizza by myself, I might say, no way.
Knowing you, I would probably believe that.
Fair enough.
There's another expression, fair enough.
I hear Americans say that a lot.
Yes, it's useful when you accept someone's opinion, explanation, or decision, even if you don't completely agree.
So if you say, I don't want to go hiking because I'm exhausted, I could say, fair enough.
Exactly. You're basically saying, okay, I understand your point.
That's much more natural than giving a long explanation every time.
Right.
Anna, can I ask you something else?
Sure.
Sometimes when people talk to me, they use expressions I don't understand. I know all the individual words, but the meaning is still confusing.
That's completely normal.
What should I say when that happens?
This is important. Don't just pretend you understand.
So what should I say?
You can say, sorry, what do you mean?
That sounds simple.
It is, and it's extremely useful.
What if I didn't hear the person clearly?
Then you can say, sorry, could you say that again?
Or could you repeat that?
Exactly. And if you want to sound especially natural and casual, sorry, what was that? Is also common.
Sorry, what was that?
Very good.
So asking for clarification isn't a sign that my English is bad.
Not at all. Native speakers ask for clarification constantly. Good communication isn't about understanding every single word immediately. It's about knowing what to do when you don't understand something.
That's actually reassuring.
It should be. You don't have to understand everything perfectly to have a successful conversation.
Let's talk about another phrase I hear at work. I'll get back to you.
That's a great one.
What exactly does it mean?
It means I'll give you an answer later, or I'll contact you again after I have more information.
So if you ask me, Anna, do you know when the meeting is, and I don't know yet, I can say, I'm not sure, I'll get back to you.
Exactly. That sounds very natural.
It's common at work, but you can use it in everyday situations too. For example, if a friend asks, are you free Saturday, and I need to check my schedule, I could say, let me check and I'll get back to you.
Perfect. Another phrase I hear is let me know. Yes, that one is extremely important.
So if you're deciding whether to join us for dinner, I can say, let me know if you want to come.
Exactly. It means tell me when you know, or simply give me the information later.
Can I say, let me know what you think?
Absolutely. That's very common.
Let me know if you need anything.
Perfect.
Let me know when you get home.
Exactly. You'll hear that one all the time. Now let's move to another part of everyday English, changing your mind.
Okay.
Imagine we're planning to go hiking, but suddenly it starts raining.
Then I might say, actually, maybe we should do something else.
Great. Actually is a very useful conversational word, but actually can be confusing because it doesn't always mean in fact, right?
Right.
In everyday conversation, it can introduce a correction, a change of thought, or new information.
For example, actually, I'm not hungry anymore.
Exactly. Or actually, I think I'll stay home tonight. Right. So if I first say I'm going to order pizza and then change my mind, I can say, actually, I'll have a salad. Yes. That's a small word, but it sounds very natural. And that's one of the biggest differences between textbook English and conversational English. Real conversations are full of small words and expressions that help people connect their thoughts.
What about when someone tells you something and you want to show interest?
You have lots of options.
Like, really?
Exactly. Really is simple, but your tone matters.
What else?
You can say, oh, really? Or, I see. You can also say, that's interesting.
So if you tell me I started taking cooking classes, I could say, oh, really? How's that going?
Excellent. And notice what you did. You didn't just react. You asked a follow-up question.
Which keeps the conversation going.
Exactly.
That might be one of the hardest parts for English learners.
It can be. Sometimes learners know what to say at the beginning of a conversation, but they don't know how to continue it.
So instead of trying to think of a completely new topic, ask a simple follow-up question.
Right. You can say, how did that go? What happened next? How was it? What did you think? Or how are you liking it?
How are you liking it? That sounds different from what I learned in school.
And you'll hear it often in casual American English.
So if you moved into a new apartment, I could ask, how are you liking the new place?
Exactly. There's one more expression I really want learners to remember. It depends.
That one sounds simple, but it's useful.
Very useful. Imagine I ask you, do you like working from home?
I might say it depends.
And then you can explain.
It depends on how busy I am. If I have a lot of meetings, I prefer working in the office.
Exactly. You don't always have to give a simple yes or no answer.
So it depends gives me time to explain my opinion.
Yes, and it makes your answer sound more natural.
I think that's important because real conversations aren't always black and white.
Right. Sometimes your answer depends on the situation.
Fair enough.
There you go again.
I'm getting the hang of it.
You definitely are.
Let's imagine we're actually meeting for coffee now. I want to see how many of these expressions we can use naturally.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, Anna, what's up?
Not much. I'm just having a busy morning.
Gotcha. Do you have time for coffee?
I could be up for that.
Great. I know a place nearby.
Sounds good.
Actually, wait. I just remembered I have a meeting at 2.
No worries. We can keep it short.
Fair enough. By the way, did you hear that our manager is moving to another department?
No way. Really?
Yeah, I heard about it this morning.
Wow, that's surprising.
I know. I'm still trying to process it.
How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet. It depends on who replaces him.
That makes sense.
I might find out more this afternoon.
All right, let me know what you hear.
Will do.
Will do is another useful one.
Right, it means I will do that.
Exactly. If someone says, please send me the file, you can say, will do.
It's short and casual.
And very natural.
Anna, I think we've covered a lot of expressions today.
We have, but remember, you don't need to memorize all of them in one day.
That's important.
Start with a few. Try using what's up, no worries, that makes sense, gotcha, let me know, and it depends.
And when you don't understand someone, don't panic.
Exactly. Say, sorry, what do you mean? Or, could you say that again?
Because asking for clarification is normal.
Very normal.
And maybe that's the biggest lesson today. Real English isn't just about knowing more vocabulary.
That's right. It's about knowing how people actually connect their ideas, react to each other, ask questions, and keep conversations moving.
You may already know a lot of English.
You might just need more practice using it naturally.
So the next time someone says, "What's up?" don't freeze.
You can simply say, not much, how about you?
And if you don't understand something, ask.
If someone gives you an explanation, you can say, that makes sense.
If you agree with their reason, you can say, fair enough.
And if someone surprises you with big news?
No way.
Exactly.
I think I'm ready for a real conversation now.
You are. And remember, confidence doesn't come from waiting until your English is perfect.
It comes from using the English you already know.
And making mistakes, learning from them, and trying again.
So don't be afraid to speak.
Speak slowly if you need to. Ask questions when you're confused, and use simple expressions to keep the conversation moving.
The more you practice, the more natural these phrases will feel.
And eventually, you won't have to think about them. They'll just come naturally.
That's the goal.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today.
We hope this conversation helped you understand the kind of English people actually use in everyday life.
If you found this lesson useful, please like the video and subscribe to the English Talk channel.
And if you want to practice, leave a comment using one of today's expressions. For example, tell us what you're doing this week and finish your comment with, "Let me know what you think."
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Your English doesn't have to be perfect to be real.
That's all for today.
See you in the next conversation.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take care.